Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to turn 44 of Pokemon Gold, where we are playing Cyanwood City. Let's jump into the turn. I don't think things are gonna slow down for a very long time. We'll see how it goes. So, same, different verse, same as the first, right? We're gonna go through this rapid fire, and then we're going to take a look at the things that I think are important, and then we will take a look at the moves that we were making throughout the actual turn. Okay, so we got a Dusk Dagger from Atlantis and 3 Fire Gems from Atlantis. This is this is payment basically for the 3 Lightless Lanterns that we sent them. Um, we have completed Thaumaturgy 5 on our way up to Conjuration 5 and beyond. We have built a rock university. We've got a column construction, found no new magic sites, a couple of proclamations. We still got a spy in Viridian City, which is annoying. A potential spy in Omicria. And very quickly, right, this is just nice. So we had this force here in Giant Spine that had been the units had been assassinated, right? Or the unit commander had been assassinated, so they were unable to troll around. The Steelix champion came in with the schoolgirl to buff, and the Steelix champion decimated, right? But the schoolgirl got killed, which is a big win, right? That's actually very nice. Keeping Olivine City's schoolgirl population under control is going to be very important for us, to the point to where we might actually start utilizing some magic phase attacks against schoolgirls, specifically like hunting schoolgirls, which when I say that sounds bad. Anyways, moving on. So we took Impassable Mountains, took Ograthon, lost Neefle, lost World Pillar, attacked, and this is an unfortunate one. We attacked here in Gnome Peaks. Actually, I'll probably watch this one. We'll probably go more in discussion on it. But this is a raiding party in Olivine City's lands that we've now lost, which is unfortunate. I liked this raiding party too because they have the Hitmontops, and I think they're relatively strong. But that's okay. So we won a battle in Saffron City. We're now besieging Saffron City, which is exactly what we want to do. We got taken out in Scarce Hope Wastes. We were beaten in Junal Forest. This is another one of our counter raiding parties. Again, though, we're not super upset about losing units. That's okay. We were successful in Mountains of Madness, lost in Kratos, lost in Wellrid, won in Cavern Realm, lost in Hoburgdorf, won in Trouble Bog, lost in Silver Wall, took Kunal. Annabelle did get discovered in Olivine City, so this was our battle girl that had the Cat's Eye amulet, right? I believe is what it's called, or the Cat's Eye mask, Cat's Eye, the one that boosted her stealth by 20. So she did get hunted out, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping that the 90s, her and her friend, were not going to get caught without serious input from Olivine City. Doesn't look like anything that they have is incredibly good patrol strength, right? So this is just kind of unfortunate, honestly. We just kind of, we got fished out with a very low roll, it feels like. But Olivine City does have a lot of PP on this province. So we have started to destroy Saffron City. The walls are critically damaged, but take a little more time to break down, so this will take one more turn, which is unfortunate. I wish we could have popped it in one turn. We cured some battle afflictions and the disease, and we're lack of supplies in Impassable Mountain. Got some promotions. Fantastic. Okay, so I want to watch. I want to watch this in Gnome Peaks. This is I think something I wanna like talk to Onard about, because I honestly do think that some of the abilities, like the psychic and psybeam, I think that the way that they operate might be bugged slightly, because so I've been playing again. I play a little bit in single player, and units like Giraffarig or like Alexam, right? Uh, have an incredibly high success ratio for automatically targeting the commanders. Okay, so go ahead and watch what's going on. This force is absolutely going to crush this force. It is not even a question. Okay, except watch all these ladybuzz come up or come down, right? Uh, and boom, right? So these ladybuzz are probably going to get defeated by the blue belts. The blue belts hit just a little bit harder. They have a bit more health. They're just gonna win, right? Except our Crush Girl has gotten sniped, not killed outright, but sniped by a Giraffarig. So that hit has caused her immediately to rout. And this is something that I see happen a lot. I see it over and over and over again with Giraffarigs auto-targeting or Alakazams or things like that, auto-targeting leaders, which makes it very, very hard to basically to do light raiding like this unless the leader is well geared against magic, right? Which can be very difficult and very expensive. So this is unfortunate, but I'm not really mad about it. We lost everything because there's nowhere to retreat to. I'm not super upset about it or anything like that, because it's basically units that I don't have upkeep for now, which is good. But I do think that there's the targeting on the Giraffarigs probably needs to be taken a look at. I don't know if they're like, if it's default set to like enemy archers or something like that, but they have a very high consistency for sniping enemy commanders from what I've seen. So I don't actually think there was a big important battle this turn, honestly. I guess like we can watch this because it was just nice. I mean, we know what happened. So she goes to cast Body Ethereal, which is funny because she gets herself and she still gets popped. That's hilarious. So, wow. Just very, wow. Holy crap. Alright, that's cool. Okay, and really, there's nothing else going on from a individual battle standpoint. So let's take this like we normally take this. We're gonna look at the different fronts. We're gonna go to the Olivine City front, and for now, we're just gonna not worry about Olivine City. I'm still trying to deal with money issues, but we're gonna work on seeing if we can't get a spy up there with a little bit better gear. Here in the near future, and see how that works. Continuing to do all of the other things, the uprisings everywhere. And actually, I'm starting to, I don't know. Like, if you take a look, right, it looks almost as if we've kind of like frozen in a lot of places, right? Like, it doesn't feel like some of these places are really increasing in unrest anymore. Like it almost feels like we hit a point and now it's just dissipating, you know? So that's something to keep to question. I don't know if I need to like reset some uprisings, or maybe there's like a limited effectiveness you can do. I don't know. But it's just something to keep in mind. I'm going to investigate it. We're going to see what's up. So we're moving around with Falco more. We're moving around with Urborn more. moving around with Wiglia more. Unfortunately, this is where we lost our other party. And yeah, hopefully we're going to be sending a lot more into Olivine's lands in the very near future. So popping on over to Saffron City, the Saffron City front, we are moving, basically trying to go on the offensive, right? We want to pop Saffron City, but there's a very big danger here. And that danger is that if a buffed Steelix shows up, then Robodan's not going to be able to deal with it. Robodan's force is very good, very, very good at dealing with our normal Steelix scenarios, right? But not with anything that is buffed. So, you can see this big, long freaking arrow here. We're sending Zarin, the Golem, who is fully kitted out, up there. Now, these guys have 33 map move, thanks to the Boots of Quickness, which is really awesome. They can cover a very large distance, even without teleporting. So we're sending Zarin up here, basically to assist Robodan in what I assume will be a Steelix attack. I don't know if there's going to be anything added to the mix, and he might, if he doesn't have anything to add to the mix, then this might be a wasted turn for Robodan, because, or not for Robodan, but for the Golem, because I don't think he'll attack me if he doesn't think he can win, right? So we'll see. But I think I would rather be... I had the idea of moving and patrolling to Omicria, because I also think he's likely to attack an Omicria with a Steelix, right? Because he's been pretty good about sticking on Omicria whenever he gets the chance. So I had originally sent him the Golem here, but I think, while I think that would work, it would be a successful play, I think it's more dangerous for us to lose a battle with Robodan here in Saffron City. So we want to move the Golem there. We're attacking into Silver Grove. We're attacking into Berman Highs. We're moving the Grunts around as well. And we're forging another Ring of Regeneration here in Omicria. Moving on over to the Viridian City front. In Kunal, so we've got Chuck over here, and we've consolidated all of the black belts that were here that got trained up. We've consolidated them, and now Chuck's going to start to... my intention is to wreak havoc in this area, okay? So Chuck's going to start to attack, and he's going to basically trounce around, and we're going to try to... Right now, basically, we're trying to find Steelixes and kill them. We want to rack up Steelix kills. We're getting to the point where we have more and more armies capable of killing Steelixes. So we want to rack up those kills. Because while he has several of them and he can produce more of them, they're not exactly cheap, right? And they do take time. So if we can take them out, we can actually do something about it. Okay. We're also casting Arcane Probing. We're probably going to start alchemizing pearls almost every turn. We just have a massive stash of fire, air, and water pearls, which we need some of, but we only need so much of. We need more astral pearls. So I'm doing an astral probe over here in Debrithia, and I'm probably going to be looking to cast an astral probing in every place that I can for the next foreseeable future. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so in Viridian City itself, we are getting a Karateka because we need to stay on top of our research. We're getting a couple of Shield White Belts because those guys are pretty decent. And we are moving some people around. We are patrolling with Kathleen because, again, if it's just a Steelix, I think Kathleen's force can win almost every time. We'll see. That might not be the case, but we'll see. So we're patrolling with Kathleen because we want to keep Viridian City. If we lose Viridian City, then we lose a crap ton of gold and our income goes back negative, and we have big issues. We are moving Feral over to Cyanwood City. We're trying to basically start using all of our flyers, all of our teleporters, etc. And we've also done something else in Viridian City. We have consolidated our different armies, our different piles, basically into... I need to change this just slightly because I need to put these guys up here. We're doing it into gold generation. We're doing it into units that can kill a Steelix, and then we're doing it as everything else. And I say everything else, but really we're also probably going to start doing flyers separately as well. But I'll do that again on my own time, right? So we're going to start, on our XP farms, we're going to start separating things out to where it's a little bit more manageable for me so that I can start seeing, oh, hey, I have enough, like I can see right now, I'm getting close. I have five, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 individuals that I can put into a team to go Steelix hunting. Okay? And now these are cheap, these are low commitment teams. Like Kathleen is a very low commitment team and might not be successful every time. But I think it's successful enough of the time to do. And it's super cheap for me to do this with her, right? Summon Earth Power, Strength of Giant spam, Temper Flesh, Iron Skin, just to try to keep herself up. We can do this with any Earth 2 that we have, which we have a bunch of Earth 2s. So we're going to be doing this here. We haven't started this in Cyanwood yet, but I'm probably going to do that off screen. Okay, so, and then we're moving Ekos back because he's basically run out of units. So we're going to grab some more units that we don't think we're really going to be using or that we don't care about, right? And we're literally going to try to just constantly counter raid, constantly counter raid. You can see almost everything. The only place we are not attacking that is, oh, we're not attacking Wellred and we're not attacking Giant Spine, but that's because we're attacking other locations. We're attacking Silver Grove, and it's because I'm patrolling in Griffin Rock, right? I want to get this unrest down instead. Patrolling's probably a bad idea. This guy, Griffin Rock's gonna get attacked almost guaranteed. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't care. We're just going to patrol there. Okay, so what are we doing in Cyanwood? We're going to look at all of the different movements first. So we are moving out here. Let me actually just do this. Way easier. Move, move, move. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so we have Zarin moving up into Saffron City. And then we have a bunch of movements in other places. So each of these Black Belt Go Boys is equipped with different flyers, right? So we have a couple of Fearos, some Hitmonlees, some Gligers in this group. We have a bunch of Alakazams in this group, a bunch of Charizards in this group, etc. With one Hitmonchan. That Hitmonchan's probably going to get exhausted and die, but that's fine. So again, we're unleashing the flying squad. That's the plan. We're counter raiding in every location that we can, and then we're trying to get someone further up here to attack into his lands, right? And that's going to be rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. We're going to start again, right? I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did over in Viridian City. We're going to have our Eevee line. We're going to have our can you kill a Steelix line? We're going to have our can you fly or teleport line? And then we're going to have the everything else line. We don't really have gold generators here in Cyanwood, so that's fine. But that being said, this is the first turn of the Poke University. So this is actually going to be a whole bunch of experience very quickly. This is 17 if you count the fact that you get an experience every turn. This is 17 experience every fucking turn. We are going to have units level really fast, and that's really good. That's really, really, really good for us. As much as this fight against Olivine City has been a pain in the ass, it's been a pain in the ass because they're an incredibly strong nation. if I win, if I can push them out, if I can do this, our infrastructure is still going up. It's going up significantly slower comparatively, but our research is still going crazy. It's great. If we can push that, if we can continue to do this, and then eventually get these Steelixes out and actually start doing a good job of putting Olivine on the defensive, we can switch gears to where we're not as focused as on just trying to stomp the crap out of Olivine, and we can actually go back to what we were originally wanting to do, right? Produce a bunch of Pokeballs and get those Pokeballs into generating free monsters, and those free monsters getting leveled up super fast and turned into poison teams and lightning teams and flying teams and etc., right? So we'll see how that works. We might have a chance of doing that. We might not, but I'm pretty hopeful. Okay, so what else is happening? We're summoning another Golem. We've got a bunch of movements around, right? Again, for more counter rating. We're moving Zarin into Junal. We're moving Zar into Hobergdorf. Zinville is not doing anything this turn because I think we need another turn to bake enough units to send out, and then he's going to be going out as well. And I think that is actually... we've got all of our different forging. We've got some lightless lanterns. We've got some owl quills. Oh, we're actually doing some Voice of Apsu now. And I actually considered taking this guy off of research and doing more Voice of Apsu, but probably not. I think we can get away. We've gotten to the point to where we can't really site search anymore, and now I think I'm probably going to turn on the remote. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to turn on the remote site searching. See how it works. Gnome lore. There we go. So we've got an Argery, we've got a Voice of Apsu, we've got a Gnome lore. We don't really have a Haruspex. Cathlin's the only one who can really do that. We don't have an Auspex because I don't actually think we have an Air 2. I'm not sure we have I don't think we have a way to get an Air 2 right now. And I'm sure as shit not just fucking randomly promoting a guy. I would love to be able to get some more Karate Kings until I got like an Air 2. If I could ever get an Air 3, that would be amazing. I would immediately boost that guy. Okay. Are we doing anything else of note? I don't think so. Magic item wise, we have another kit ready to go for the next Golem. And then I don't like having magic items sit. So this is going to the next Golem. This is going to Zinville. I need to put this on somebody. Gotta find our... Aha. We're doing research. Very nice. Like I said, I don't like having magic items sit in unless like I don't like having this many magic items sit. I don't mind having like this line sit, right? But having all this sit. So I don't want to keep producing for a Golem that we don't know that's necessarily going to come. I think next turn I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm probably going to produce a Golem, and then in that case, then I will outfit gear for that Golem, right? But for now, I don't want to immediately just start making every single turn Golem gear, every single turn Golem gear, every single turn Golem gear. So that's what we're currently. I think that's it. We're gonna see how the first Golem goes. I think this is a pretty good guess. I think them attacking Robodan makes sense. I think he knows he needs to keep Saffron City out of my hands. But at the same time, he might also not feel like he has the forces there to be able to do anything. So we'll see how it goes. I am hopeful that I am nearing a point where I can drive olivine out of my lands. It's going to take a little bit of guesswork because we're kind of in that stage where he's just raiding around. I think the next golem is probably going to still be targeted, right? But the golem after that, and I might actually go back to doing a couple of like black belts or something like that. I might just start fishing, right? Like, again, outkit a black belt with a couple of eye catchers. I need to see if Atlantis will. Atlantis has been cooperative, but Atlantis has been kind of cagey about making dust daggers. I think it's probably because the only Atlantis. I think it's probably because the only mage they have that can do the Dusk Dagger is their Pretender, and they don't want to use mage turns from their Pretender constantly feeding me items, even if I'm paying them for. But a Eye Catcher Dusk Dagger really is a very good combo, and I don't think that like dual Eye Catchers just isn't the same. I don't think Sans. I don't know. I'm not sure that there's another item combination that is going to allow a very cheap black belt to go to be able to stand up against a Steelix. Even if that's, I don't think that necessarily is going to make it work either. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm still trying to play around with ideas. I think I've got to figure out some ways to break into death, and I know we have some options. I just don't know what the easy options are going to be with me having very low astral gems and nature gems right now. But we kind of need to break into death on our own. Death is now officially the last thing that we don't have. Not counting blood because no one has blood. But I gotta get into death, and I gotta do something. We got a couple options, so I'm gonna look into those. Anyways, I think that it is it for now. We've got a very exciting couple of turns ahead of us. I've been saying that for 50,000 turns, but we've got so much action happening. It's really nice. Here's a counter though. We're getting close to the point where I think, right, that we might actually be able to start going on the offensive. Maybe. It could be a day where we actually go and attack Greenwall, or try to take the Lost Canyon range, or even try to take Violet City, right? So we will see. But we will have to see next time. I think that is it. Bye, everybody.